Hello everybody. This is going to be a somewhat short video on how to solve the last two centers of your V-Cube 6. This is mainly for people who are trying to increase their speed, rather than people who are trying to solve it for the first time, but it can work either way. The reason I'm making this video showing what I do is because I've seen a lot of people who either try to turn it into a 5x5 center or a 4x4 center, or who do all sorts of weird things that I can't really understand exactly how they work. Of course, I'm no master either, so my method may seem like that for other people as well. However, I'm going to show you that anyway, show you what I do on my centers, and it ends up taking about 10 to 20 seconds for the last two centers, depending on how hard the case is. So the main thing you're going to try to do is you're going to first figure out which color goes on the front of your last two. Since green's on the bottom, white goes here. So, you are going to completely ignore trying to get bars and pieces up here, because as soon as you solve this center, this one's going to be solved right along with it. So, since we know this needs to be white, we are going to be solving the inner two bars first of the white face. So there are two things that you want to look for on the top layer, and those will make your life very simple. What you want to find is inner bars with 3 on them. In this case, there's 3 all right next to each other, which means you only need to insert this piece. And in this case, there's 3 where you only need to insert the center piece. You're always going to be looking for these bars of 3 on the top face center rather than the front. So, I want to turn this bar of 3 into a bar of 4 to make it into this slot here. I notice that as soon as I bring this up, it'll go here, which will match up here if I do that. So, it matches up here, and I have a bar of 4, get out of the way, and bring it back down. Now you have a bar of 4, and you can put it onto your side, like that. First one done. Second one is like this. However, in this case, when you have the 3, you're looking for the centerpiece. And since it's not down here, it's right here, you're going to have to maneuver it around to get it into this slot. And what you can do, since you don't care about this slot anymore, is push this up out of the way, turn this so the open piece is right here, and bring it back down. As soon as you do that, your piece will be here instead. Now, since you want it to be up here, you can do pretty much the same thing. Position it where you want it to go, push it away, bring it back so the open slot is here, and bring it down again. And there you have your bar of 4, and you can insert it. Very, very simple to do that. After you do these 2 bars, you're going to want to look for the outer bars, of course. If you have something like this, where all 3 of them are next to each other, you're pretty much home free. It's basically a 5x5 case. Very simple on that one. When you get to a case like this, especially on the last bar, it gets more confusing. So what you're going to want to do is solve as many of the pieces in that bar as you can. Usually it'll be 3, sometimes it'll be 4. In this case it's 3. I've done as many as I can here, and there's only 1 left to switch. Now we just use our happy little fun time algorithm, which probably everyone know. Line the 2 pieces that you want to switch on the same side, bring it down, do an F. Bring the bar that the piece is on down, F prime, first bar up, F, up. And there you have those 2 centers in the correct spot. See, when I solved the white one, the blue one solved itself. So you don't need to worry about trying to solve both of them at the same time. Just worry about solving this one. Now I'm going to scramble the cube again, and I'm going to show you another case and just kind of walk through it to kind of sum it up for you guys. But it's really mostly intuitive, and it's very easy to understand. Okay, this is another case that I'm going to show you. First, you'll see on the top here that you have a line of 4 blues in the center. If you were wanting to be adventurous, or you just wanted to go for speed, you could switch it and start solving the blue one instead here, because you already have 1 done. However, for this sake of example, I'm going to show you what to do if there are no bars of 3 on the inner 2 layers on the top. So as you can see, like I just explained, there are no bars of 3. No dots with 2 pieces, no bars of 3, no anything. So what you want to do is start adding on the pieces to make bars of 3. In this case, all I have to do is bring up this center to make that bar of 3, get it out of the way, bring it back down. Now I want to bring up a piece here to make this bar. Notice that when I did that, a bar here solved itself, so that's all good and dandy. We bring this piece up to make a bar of 4, out of the way, bring it back down, insert the bar. There's another one. Now up here, you have a case like this. You have 3, and you can't get the last one in there. It is very difficult to get this last one in there, so you're just going to go ahead and insert it right away, because to get a piece in there, you'd need to break up one of the bars that you've already done, and you don't want to do that. So we're just going to insert that bar. Now, you want to build 4 pieces out of this. Even though you have these pieces here together, and you may think that you want to keep them together, ignore this piece for now because it goes up here, and then you have a 5x5 case. Corners, 2 edges, and a corner. Bring it up here, grab it, and make that. Now you're back to that case I showed you earlier, where you have 2 pieces that you want to switch. Layer down, F. Second layer down, F prime. First layer back up, F. Second layer back up. That simple. A lot of you guys probably use this. A lot of you guys probably use a different method that works very well for you. Some of you guys may use one that you don't really like, and some of you may not even know how to solve the last 2 centers. So I hope you found this tutorial interesting, or a new way to look at solving the last 2 centers. Feel free to feel free to comment saying if you like this idea, if you don't like this idea, if you use it, if you don't use it, what you use, and if you use something completely different, feel free to make a video response. I'd be really happy to look at it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.